Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to our fifth episode of what we thought would be a little more put together than we expected. As some of our guests joined us a little bit earlier on, they saw that we were having last-minute technical difficulties, which, you know, in true What to Watch fashion, it is never truly a blessing of life until you do live through what we went through tonight. Rob, how are you? How are you doing? Oh, well, unfortunately, we can't hear you at all. I can hear you through the door. Do you? Well, you know what? Well, I guess come on in here while I bring up our guests. You have a wonderful little setup, but woof. Oh, look at those. Let's just appreciate the ambiance of what we did there before that's gone. Great. So welcome, everybody. We're off to a good start, as we always are. I'd like to point out that we were finding this lovely poster that does have the wrong date on it. That was Janet. She has since been fired. But we are glad that, you know, if you made it, you made it. And good for you. Wonderful. So on that, we would love to introduce Dennis and Michael Scott-Torbet, who are very popular, very wonderful viewers. Let's bring them on, shall we? This is Dennis and Mike. Hello. Oh my, well, you're already on.
Hi. Hello.
You looked very startled. Oh, hold on. Our PA has just brought Rob in.
That's a massive bottle of wine.
Giant drink.
With the essentials. Don't you worry, guys. We here at Cheers. Hold on. Cheers. We here. Rob says he'll take it back. Come on in. Come on in, Rob.
Look, I'm doing the show with Studio B today, guys.
This is very exciting to me, actually, because we've never had you in Studio B for the entire show.
Right?
Switch on over in
I
the
feel
studio.
studio.
Quick
10 minutes late, and you know, it's still
It won't happen again. We promise.
I cannot promise. Anyway, Dennis and Mark, before we get everybody, look how spooky that is. I wish we could hear you through there. Anyway, Dennis and Mike, have you seen anything good lately?
Oh my God, so many things.
Besides what we're discussing tonight?
Yes.
Yes, we'll be discussing tonight in depth. Absolutely. So
a lot of things, but
we recently saw the Netflix remake of The Boys in the Band.
And how was it?
It was great. Dennis and I had the privilege of seeing the same cast that's in this remake in the revival on Broadway.
Yeah, we sold a kidney to see it on Broadway because it was so expensive. And had I known it was going to come to Netflix, I probably would have just waited. So I didn't have to like squeeze my giant 6'6" body into a theater seat. But the film was great. It really kind of added some nuance to the play, and you know, some of the transitions were a little bit cleaner, I think, just being on film, to hear some of the context. But overall, a great a great movie.
Yeah, when they put it, in cinema, when they, put it into a screenplay, they were able to show some of the backstory that you weren't able to see in the play. So it was a really great rounding out of our theatrical experience to watch the same cast be put into a cinematic release.
Amazing. So I'm assuming we had a cute little ditty for this, but of course we don't now.
Next time we'll
next
have
time
it. Yes,
maybe.
maybe.
And how was that for you? That was a see it or a skip it, Dennis and Michael Scott-Torbet.
See it.
See it for sure.
Definite see it. Well, I am very excited now because we have our second guest of the evening. We have Teresa. I can't wait for her to join us. She is so absolutely wonderful. She's going to be a great addition to our team. Teresa, how are you?
Hello, good. How are you? I don't drink alcohol, so I have a Vietnamese iced coffee that I got today.
Here.
You know what, Teresa? I sometimes for this show tell people 30 seconds in scrambled letters. If you want to drink, it's more of like a bracket pounding of the keyboard. It's just our thing that we do. It's not necessary. Anywho, Teresa, tell us more about you. Have you seen anything good lately? We're so happy to have you here tonight.
So many. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here for the spooky episode. I've seen a bunch of things actually. Actually, the most recent that I've seen is I went to see Bill and Ted actually at the theater. My husband and I, we schlepped all the way to New Jersey at a theater which apparently people normally get shot at, which is fun. But we risked our lives and COVID-19 to be there on the first day of the reopening of one of the movie theaters in New Jersey. So since I had seen Bill and Ted whenever the hell it came out back in like the 90s, because I'm old, and we rewatched it and I got to relive my youth again. So it was nice to see these guys still going strong, rock on.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that was a see it or a skip it.
See it. You should definitely see it. It's Bill and Ted. I mean, they're older, so they don't do as many like air guitars as they did. I was a little disappointed that it wasn't as much air guitaring as there were in the first two movies, but still gotta love it. It's more about their kids, really, about their kids trying to like basically save the world through music.
I do have to say that's actually not something I haven't even seen the first one, but on that recommendation, I feel like I have to check it out.
You gotta check it out. See the first two first, though. You have to.
Oh, the first two. There's two.
Yeah, there's two. There's two Bill and Ted. Like the first two. Like the first one is the iconic one. That's like the one where they travel through time to like try to ace their paper or something like that, their presentation. And then the second one, they go to hell. Is the second one.
Oh boy.
And then the third one, they try to save the world through their music.
Well, not only do we recommend movies, but have our guests recommend movies, but we have a very special segment for you guys. We have our number one top fan of the month, Monica, who is here with us. Spooky Tech. Ooh. If only you knew. There was going to be so much more. So much. But we'd like to give a shout out. We do love new fans. We love to actually, it's a little bit of a quiet night, probably because we have Dennis and Mike on screen instead of behind a keyboard. So we are hoping that we get some comments. But as Monica is October Queen, she is very fabulous with movie recommendations. Somebody is a little clicky. Let me see. Let me call you out on live. I believe it is Dennis and Mike. So don't you worry, gentlemen. Oh, wonderful. We do have such a good episode. Yeah, that is what was clicking Dennis and Michael Scott-Torbet. So why don't we take a look at some of
Great hard tea.
Thank you so much. Let's take a look at some of our top fans' spooky recommendations, hopefully, because who knows at this point. Hold on. I was bragging to everybody. I said, tune in. This will be the best one. And it is so far. But who knows what will happen in a couple minutes. So let's get this ball rolling, shall we? That was great. Now, because this is not done in the way that I wanted it to, I have no idea if I hit the tiny, itty-bitty button that needs to be. This is great, Rob. I'm proud of what we're putting out there every week. Wonderful. Let's give this a. He's proud too. Rob gets to see the magic of what happens back here. Because it's going swimmingly. And round 2, please.
Welcome, Wicked What to Watch viewers. My name is Mistress Monica, and I'm here to navigate you down your Halloween playlist. Now, the hallowed ground of horror is not for everyone. Never fear, comedy horror is here. The first film is One Cut of the Dead. Things go wrong on the film set of a zombie movie. My second film is What We Do in the Shadows. What would happen if vampires were roommates? Watch to find out. Third is Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. Go behind the scenes of the making of a killer. Fourth is Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Blood-soaked confusion reigns when hillbillies are confused as killers. Fifth is Cabin in the Woods. Scientists manipulate a college kid's weekend away.
Okay, wow,
Wonderful.
those look good. Mm.
Love the
So did you guys see any of those movies that she recommended?
Yes.
What We Do in the Shadows is great. It's so good. What a great
we just
movie.
watched the show. We haven't seen the movie yet, but we just
see the movie. It's so freaking funny. So freaking
we
funny.
finished the show and it was fabulous. We definitely want to see the show, and I loved Taika Waititi and what was the Nazi movie he made? What was it called?
Jojo Rabbit.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that twice because I loved it that much. I saw it twice.
So we
Interesting.
definitely should.
Yes, I did see. I think it was number 3 on the list, Behind the Mask. That was actually pretty good. I like that one. It was sort of like a backstory to like a slasher killer. They do like a documentary.
Right, me
and
too.
Follow him around.
She told me that was an epic one. That's something that I want to see. She's got a good recommendations. Now this, Rob, actually this is wonderful that you Dennis and Mike, I will click you off just for a moment because you are causing a little bit of clickings, but I'll
It's
put
okay.
you
I've
back.
done that before too.
You know what? This entire show is just a giant raging love fest.
Exactly.
Let's catch up on. I am so thrilled that I told everybody to come on for an episode that I thought was going to be, but whatevs.
It's going
we do
well,
have
I think.
Tristan, who is amazing.
Tristan, love you.
We have Jordan, of course, always a favorite, classic. Someone new. One Cut of the Dead sounds like Terror Firmer.
Oh, I was gonna see Terra Firma again. That's a trauma movie.
Okay.
You guys know trauma?
Well, thank you, Misfit Slime.
Thank you, Misfit
We
Slime.
will check that out and perhaps review it one night.
That was going to be my screen name, but I didn't put it up in here. It's already taken. I tried, and that's why we didn't get it. Now, Rob, Rob did come with me today. We do apologize for being a little scattered. We will get to our first review very soon.
Yes, very soon.
Very soon. We'll address some of these really quick. That means
that's special.
That means the thing that we tried to get done in time is ready, but
perfect.
Well, it's not ready. It's ready for. Okay. Yes, it's ready for.
Yes. By the way, while you guys are waiting for it to get ready, Cabin in the Woods is really freaking funny. It's so.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It is
Thank you for the recommendation, Monica. We appreciate it.
Hey, Monica.
Now, this is what I was a little worried about as Rob and I were editing those clips. It takes time to edit, and we kept making sure that things were, at least those were good. And we do got a couple positive comments. We have sexy.
Okay.
Yes, Monica serving spooky sexy, and I'm here for it.
Well,
and that was my concern. I am worried that I put my beautiful, beautiful sister out there to the world of whoever is. But that this guy seems fine. He seems like
yeah. I think Shouldn't be a problem.
And this is amazing. Love. Oh, Dennis and Mike, I'll pop you in here. We'll deal with some clicking if we can deal with our disaster.
Oh, wait, thank you, Monica, for the compliment. This is actually the poster to Friday the 13th Part 3.
Oh, here, let me touch it. There it is.
Yeah. So, wearing my horror movie shirts for the month of October.
Because it's a Spooktober, as we
I'm sorry, Spooktober.
A Spooktober.
Yes, I stand for.
And then we have a Carlin Judd, who sounds very interesting. Ponytails and everything. I think he's talking about you. I don't know what that could be. It could be Teresa. Oh, wait, no, okay. And then let me definitely clarify. This is definitely, she told me to do Elvira and then got upset when I did Elvira. No, I did. Now, I would like to say, because I'm really good at this. Can't you tell? We're up to a wonderful start. Now, no, I did. I said, let's do a very sexy, I actually titled this a sexy Elvira shoot. And then I realized, oh, dear God. And then here we are. But people like it. People like it. Now, Rob, is there anything that you want to say? I know that you chose a couple movies this week.
Oh, yes. Well, one was a suggestion from one of our viewers. Yes, I believe it was Gabby who asked us to take a look at the Addams Family, which we did. But up first, before we get into that, we also looked at the 1990 film, The Witches, which I'll do a little synopsis for you. We did pre-record that, but we said, F it, let's just do it live.
Let's just do it. But, let's just hold, F it. Let's just do it live. I believe if we... Oh, well, F it. Let's just do it live.
Yeah, tell me. That's our motto here.
What to watch. You know what? We have some horrific interns.
Okay,
that's
so yes, this is the 1990 film.
Let me make sure. Sorry. No, don't you worry. You know what? I just have to make sure.
Just cue me in.
I would. Yes. We just gotta. I was bragging to everybody, sending pictures.
Oh, right. Yes. Do that first.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, I think we're okay. And we got all the correct. God, this is flawless. This is our most professional.
It sure is.
Okay, well, I believe that maybe you just start with that, and then I see what happens.
Yeah, let's just see what happens
seems
here.
Great.
All right, so this is the 1990 film The Witches, based on the Roald Dahl book of the same name, which currently is available to stream on Netflix. The film begins when a young boy named Luke is told by his grandmother in The Guardian how to spot a witch, as she tells Luke a story of a childhood friend who fell victim to one. Let's watch.
Oh, let's hopefully watch.
We can always act it out.
Witches are quite bold, although of course they wear wigs that itch and cause scalp rash. Do you know what scalp rash is? No. Itching under the
I've had that before.
Drives them crazy. They look quite hideous behind their human face masks and can only
like me in the morning, pretty much.
If you are sharp enough to spot the purple tinge to their eyes, real witches have no toes.
Oh God,
I have those shoes.
This poor girl.
So they never
She doesn't even see it coming.
No parental guidance.
I know.
She had it coming.
Remember these things.
It's 4 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Obviously, out and about in some alleyway.
Yeah.
She's getting milk.
Oh.
It scares you every time.
I know. Are we good? While Luke and Hilda are vacationing at the seaside hotel, one of the other visitors happens to be Eva Ernst, played by Angelica Houston, who also happens to be the Grand High Witch. She is holding a witch convention where her and her fellow witches, they're trying to rid England of all its children. Here we go.
Oh, I can't wait. So many buttons to get us back there.
Yeah, get comfy, guys.
Settle in.
Your wigs. The doors. Are they locked and bolted? Locked and bolted. Good. No.
They sell nail clippers for like $2 at Dwayne Reed.
Witches of England. Your disgrace. Miserable witches. You're good for nothing worms. Everywhere I look, I see the repulsive sight of hundreds, thousands of revolting little children. I ask you, why? One child a week is no good to me.
We will do better. We will do much better.
Better is no good either. I demand maximum results. So, here are my orders. My orders are that every child in England shall be rubbed out, destroyed. Every single child eliminated. Do I make myself clear?
All right, so when Eva and her fellow witches discover that Luke knows of their plan, they turn him into a mouse of all things to stop him from telling anyone.
Oh. Well, is that the right?
Yes, you just gotta wait like a
I'm
minute.
so... Oh. Oh!
Bite.
$500. This stinking little carbuncle has had 500 doses. We are having instantaneous action.
I'd also like to say Grandma's worthless this entire movie, and that was cut out. Okay. All right. Oh. There you go, Rob.
Oh,
that's cute.
Yeah, he's better as a mouse than a kid.
Kids are a disaster.
All right.
Oh,
I didn't know the scene was still. Just let it, okay.
Just let it go.
Just let
So
it.
apparently, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
well, luckily, Luke is able to track down his grandmother along with Bruno, another young vacationer. The witch has turned into a mouse. They realize they must, come up with some plan to stop them before they leave. There we go.
Let's watch.
Yes.
Luke! It was the Grand High Witch. She's in this hotel.
Oh my God.
Don't cry, Grandma. It's okay.
That's the most shocking thing, which makes me think Grandma's in on it.
Still alive.
Maybe, guys.
Maybe.
You gotta watch
to find out.
They turned me into a mouse.
I'm sorry, I can't stop shaking. The Grand High Witch here.
There's hundreds of them right here in this hotel.
I knew it. I could see it in her eyes. Oh, Lord. If they hold their annual
You
meeting.
squashed me.
Huh?
Grandma, this is Bruno Jenkins.
I'm sorry.
He said
you
you got dry roast peanuts.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, good. Thanks. We've got to stop them, Grandma. They leave tomorrow with a bundle of money and gallons of a formula that'll change every kid in England into a mouse. We must stop them.
Oh my God, it's over. Wonderful. That was great. Let me just. That went so good. That went as well as I planned and thought that it would be. So now I know Teresa and Dennis and Mike. I know that you both saw this movie. Dennis and Mike, I'm going to let you go first. That way, when Teresa goes, I can cut off your horrific sound issues that I might add. We talked about a week ago. Get your stuff together. Look it up.
Yeah, we have it.
And then you called us, and we realized that didn't work.
So anyway, Dennis and Mike, your thoughts on the movie, and then I will pass it up to Teresa.
Oh, so our review for the movie. It was a movie that I remember watching a lot as a kid, and I haven't seen it in a very long time. So I was very excited to sit down and watch it with Dennis, who had never seen it before.
No.
And I think, what did you say when we were watching? You said, "I can't believe."
I don't remember.
You said, "I can't believe you watched that so many times as a kid," because
it's terrifying.
Yeah,
it's so creepy. I couldn't imagine being like 6 years old watching that, especially when Angelica Houston removes.
It's Houston.
Perfect. No, it's Houston.
It's Houston because we're in New York. If you're in Texas, it'd be Houston.
See, now all those comments from everybody who know Dennis and Mike make sense. Now, actually, Teresa, before I do turn it over to you, I'm going to turn it to Rob, obviously, because he is our critic. I do feel bad that this is cutting off your head. Let me just
don't
give you
worry
a little.
about it.
Okay, wonderful.
Well, there we go.
There it is.
No, I think it's one of the few film adaptations of a Roald Dahl book that really captures the world which he wrote. I think a lot of other adaptations kind of take artistic liberties. But this one really, I mean, if you read the book, like it's almost like you can picture like how this what he writes is, what you see in the movie is very similar, which is great. I mean, there's also a great performance by Angelica Houston. I mean, you can't go wrong with her, and great makeup effects. I mean, for 1990, I mean, like the effects were awesome. I mean, I seen the trailer for the remake, and I'm just like,
and we'll get into that. Don't even worry.
Like
we'll definitely come
mice.
back.
Like it's just ridiculous. But no, it's a very entertaining movie, and maybe a little too dark. I mean, for younger children. But I mean, I probably watched it when I was 6 years old. But whatever. It could be why I'm like I am today. Who knows? But no, it's a terrific film. It really is.
And actually, I'm kind of the same as Dennis. I didn't even know about this movie. I do have the book. I've never read the book. I did love Roald Dahl, BFG, all of his other different stories. I did read those, but didn't know the witches. Have the book, never read it. But yeah, I was kind of enjoying it the entire time. We also have, we'd like to, before we turn it over to Teresa, unless I cut Rob off, because I do have a tendency to panic and
you panic.
Just
no.
And just oh boy. Okay, before I do that, Michael, this is for you. If names are different in New York, is Jennifer Love Hewitt actually Howitt?
I heard there's a different nickname.
Well, there's
but
no
it might
Howitt Street in New York. There's a Houston Street in New York. If you know.
Michael is the New Yorker that says whenever he goes to a different place that's not New York, he goes, well, in New York, we
Michael
don't do it that way.
If you know the neighborhood, the famous neighborhoods in New York, Soho and NoHo are south of Houston Street and north of Houston Street. And you pronounce it Houston.
No one needs to know this.
Okay. Anyway.
Which, you know what? But we're all better for knowing it, I think.
Thank you. Can I give a
What? Not yet, Michael. We didn't hear from Teresa. This is a structured program.
All right. So let me know when I can get my tidbit.
We don't even know. We have a Jared Crespo. Look, the kid from Parenthood, which caused us so much nostalgia. I totally forgot about Parenthood, and just on the same note, I learned something. I have to be honest, I can't remember what the topic is that we did learn about, but that's wonderful. Great. Now, Rob, do you have anything before we ask Teresa her take?
Oh, no. By all means, Teresa. Go right ahead.
Teresa. We'd love to hear what you have.
Hi. Oh, that was my husband, by the way, Jared Crespo. Oh, I totally moved the camera. Yeah, I had I believe I saw the commercials when I was a kid because I'm like old. So, but I never actually saw the movie after seeing it. It is dark. It is like scary. And Roald Dahl obviously hates children. I was like, okay, does he just hate children? In like every movie, something happens to a child. But the morphing into huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just said that's true. That was support for you, and I just disrupted it.
Oh, okay. No, I got it. Cool, thank you. But the morphing into the mouse reminds me of that scary scene in Pinocchio when they turn into donkeys. I remember when I was a kid just being so scared, and that reminded me of that. When like it's not definitely not for children, even though it's like Jim Henson, like, and like I love the Jim Hensonness of the witches, but it's definitely like scary, especially when she like takes her face off. That is frightening. As like an adult who is no longer a child, that's still really freaking scary. But I mean, I thought that it was great. And Angelica Houston, or Houston in New York City, as we would pronounce it, I guess, she was an icon. She was definitely an icon at that time, like, and definitely one of the most iconic, I guess, horror-ish actresses of our generation, I think. And I don't know, are you guys Disney fans? Have you guys seen Captain EO at Disney World? There's a show like starring Michael Jackson, with Michael Jackson's music, and I forgot, was it George Lucas who directed it or something like that? It's like Michael Jackson sings and they go into space, and then Angelica Houston's like the villainess in that. So she definitely made her mark in the 80s and 90s, and it was great seeing her. Like, I haven't seen an Angelica Houston movie in so long. I mean, I personally loved it, and I thought it was scary. This is going to sound so embarrassing and stupid. I cried at the end for whatever reason. I don't want to spoil anything because we don't do spoilers here, right? We don't do spoilers.
No. Well, some people do,
I'm trying to think about what you cry. If it's about the kid turning back.
Oh my god. No spoilers.
There was a point at which I just cried because I just felt like the grandma just wouldn't get a break, and then it just made me upset because I was so sad for grandma.
She hated the grandma, by the way. I don't know why. She was a perfectly lovely woman.
Well, this is the problem. This is the problem, and I feel like I have to defend myself in some way. Where while I express a lot of hatred, it's really supportive me now.
Oh.
So when I'm just like, oh yeah, that bitch, it's like, duh. Everybody felt it.
Well, I never read the book, so there were a lot of loose ends like that.
Yeah,
I wanted them to explain some stuff like from the beginning, like the portrait, and I just felt like, I don't know, maybe we should just read the book, because I just felt like there were a couple of things that they never mentioned again. They show it at the beginning. Oh, this thing, and we're never going to talk about it again. And that was my only problem with the movie, is that they didn't go back, because I thought, oh, there's going to be an explanation for this thing that they zoomed in on twice. Be like, look at this, and then we're not going to tell you what happened.
Well, that's just like Game of Thrones, the last season.
Yeah, they're very similar.
Very similar. We do have, in reference to spoilers, I think 30 years is a good enough time for spoilers.
Very true.
And then
the ending too is different than the book.
Oh,
yeah, the ending.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Roald Dahl.
It doesn't have a happy ending as the movie.
Roald Dahl actually, according to IMDb, didn't appreciate the movie. The only thing he appreciated about the movie was the casting of Angelica Houston. And Jim Henson Roald Dahl was going to sue to have his title and name removed so it wouldn't be associated with the book. And then Jim Henson had to actually step in and write a very suck-up letter to Roald Dahl, and then Roald Dahl finally agreed.
I actually heard they did film there was an original ending that was very closer to the ending of the book, but apparently they switched it because it got like poor test audience reviews, the ending. What does test audiences know anyway? My God. So they actually went back and refilmed the ending for it to be
Like if the mouse died in the end, I feel like I'd be like, well, that's that's more money for me. Grandma doesn't have much retirement fund. Like grandma,
she could get a smaller house.
Yeah, she could just like let it. She could get it a bunch.
Diabetes.
She's fine. Grandma's missing flat hole finger. Is that the book?
Well, yeah. Remember the beginning? She talked about the finger. The witch took the finger.
God, I swear to God, I watched these movies.
I don't think. Are you sure?
I thought there would be like a flashback going to when she got her finger like taken away.
Yeah, I get you. That would have been good.
Okay, well that brings me into I feel like Grandma was in on it.
But do you think she
deserved her finger cut off? No, I thought she was a witch the whole time. She didn't care when the kid would turn into a mouse. She didn't care. She's sleeping. She's napping all the time. And then when she
diabetes.
In the book, it's explained she's a famous witch hunter.
Oh, well, that Jim Henson, because this entire time I'm waiting for this ending, 30 years, and I'm ready for Grandma to come out and be like, I don't know, smack the kid like when he's a mouse somewhere or put him somewhere. All right. Anyway,
well, actually, this is good that we reviewed it because actually this brings us to our next segment.
Our little segment, which is very surprising.
Yeah, so as we all know, there is a remake.
Which Dennis is a fan of, actually, it looks like.
Oh, the remake? Oh, wow. But it does say cancel Anne. So I imagine, I'm not 100% sure if that's an endorsement for the film. But anyway, there is a remake coming out, and we thought it'd be good to, I'm sure everyone's seen the trailer. We thought it might be good to chat about it, and it seems like there's some viewers that want to cancel Anne.
Well, and Anne has come up quite a bit, actually.
She really has.
She has come up.
Les Mis.
Well, and it's interesting, too, because, we have Anne Hathaway here.
Oh, look at this. She looks very pretty.
She looks very pretty, a little bit different from, this one.
Yeah. She's better with Burnett.
Yeah, and so we decided after as many times as Anne Hathaway has come up, this is a surprise to Dennis and Mike Torbet and Teresa. This is a surprise, but we decided to turn this because Dennis and Mike feel so strongly. We decided to have Anne Hathaway a friendly discussion.
Yes, we're going to keep it friendly.
Keep it friendly. Because we have, originally my first introduction to Anne Hathaway was, Princess Diaries.
So
Julie Andrews. Of course, we have Dennis and Michael. I'm so sorry. I will mute you. You suck. I love you. And then we do go to, Devil Wears Prada.
Oh, good movie.
That was a good one. And then we start going into, when Anne, the discussion, this heated debate of Anne really started kind of coming up, is when, we had...
which is like...
Les Mis.
Yes. I wasn't a fan of that movie. However, I must say, I thought she was great in Rachel Getting Married. I think that was probably her best performance.
I will have to check that out. I've never seen that.
It's a Jonathan Demme film. It came out in 2008. If you told me she won an Oscar for that, I would have been surprised. She definitely did not deserve the Oscar for Les Mis. I said that in my review. But, no, she's done good stuff. She's done bad stuff. Like, I don't know.
And now I'm just interested, Dennis and Michael. You do have a hashtag trending cancel Anne. I believe 2 or 3 people saw that. I believe that's qualifying to go viral. Oh, good. Oh, it looks like they have headphones. That's wonderful. That's what we always ever wanted from you. Oh, you sound so.
Is this better?
Well, yes. Let me pull up the text.
It's fine. It's fine.
Better than these ghosty clickies. So anywho, yes, I'd love to. You have such a Anne.
Yeah. So what is it that you really dislike about Anne?
So I will clarify that this vendetta against Anne Hathaway is mine and mine alone. I'm not going to drag.
There's other people out there. There is the New York Times to do an article on the
we'll pull that out. Yes.
I'll show you later. So it is a thing.
There's just
you're part of a group that
really does not like her. And I think my issue with Anne Hathaway started during the Les Mis lead up when she was on every major talk show and up for every major award and just had this like fake, like, oh, am I the actress of the year. Like,
It came true.
yeah, it was just some
That was the moment.
some disingenuous gravitas to the whole situation, and I just kind of lost her in that moment, and all of those things I liked about her in previous films, like Princess Diaries, and Brokeback Mountain, which was a pretty iconic moment for her. I think just kind of literally stripping some of that Princess Diaries-ness away from her, and the sort of goodiness that I just don't think she's been able to pick back up again since then. And anytime I see her, I have a visceral reaction to seeing her. And I don't like to be that way towards women. Like, I want to empower women and lift women up, but there's just something about her energy that just doesn't resonate with me anymore.
Also, like, it's very evident in this trailer for The Witches. She's doing an accent. Every time she does an accent, it just comes off so fake to me. And I know Angelica Houston also did the accent, but Angelica Houston, it rolled more trippingly off the tongue than and she has a Joker smile, and she's trying to like it's not working for me.
Oh no! Well, Rob, do you have anything that you want to say?
The other thing I have to say is I did watch one of her latest films, The Hustle, the other day, and I have to say it was the biggest waste of 30 minutes of my life. I say 30 minutes because at the 30-minute mark, I got so irritated I had to turn it off. But that's about it. That's all I have to add.
There is a little bit of, and I don't it's not a vendetta, but there is a
because like I said, I like her. I really do like her.
Right, and we have a couple of people. She was really great in Colossal. Thank you, Jared.
She was great in Colossal.
That's a great. We love to, for those of you commenting, we'd love to put together your recommendations. There's a lot of movies that I'm sure that we're all bored with. We don't know what to see. So Colossal, that's something definitely to check out. Don't actually really care about her either way, though. Now, Teresa, Dennis is feeling strongly. Michael's feeling, Rob and I are, anything that you want to say about that?
Well, I mean, I actually sang with Anne Hathaway back in 1999 at Carnegie Hall, like a long time ago. This is like before she became like super famous, and a friend of mine that I worked with actually went to high school with her during that time. And I was told that she's very nice. This is somebody who knew her in New Jersey, like, said that she was very nice. But yeah, like, I don't know, like, I never tried not to say anything really too terrible about another like fellow actor because I could end up working with them, and I don't want it to be like on record that. But it's like like I like her work, but I mean I know a lot of people who feel that way, like that you were describing, like that not genuine. They feel like she's not genuine.
Right. And we definitely do want to make sure. Oh yeah.
I know we're in the middle of it.
No, don't you worry. I might have to pop up and take a quick little pee.
But carry on, please.
Oh yeah, not a problem. Let me make sure that we're.
I think somebody needs to cut your microphone.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Apparently, sound is an issue.
We heard you too much.
A Jordan Gothi, I like her. Do you hate Halle Berry just for cat? You know what, Jordan? We'll get into Halle Berry another day.
Yeah. We dedicate a full episode.
We have some other fans. Yes, she was good in Colossal, but what was that terrible movie she did? Was that just Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? Oh, was that Hustle?
Yeah,
probably.
I don't think I saw it.
That was the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels remake, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I refuse to watch that one. You know what's upsetting is I guess maybe just with the years you start forgetting shit more because I think I saw it, but maybe it was just bad.
It was literally like last year.
Oh. Well, that's a long. 2020 has lasted 10 years, so nobody even knows. But to be fair, we want to make sure.
She was actually perfect in Ocean's 8.
No, that was shit.
That
I
was
don't
okay.
know. What
I didn't
was
really
that?
like that movie.
I don't think I saw it. I also go into things with a general hate, which is why we want to spread a little bit of positivity,
Yes.
a little bit of
Yeah,
love.
we do.
So we did find Dennis, especially for you, because it doesn't look like anybody else really has an opinion. But we are very excited to introduce a true Anne Hathaway fan. Now, I'd like to let everybody know that we did not let anybody know that we have a true fan coming. We wanted this to be a natural, non-scripted debate. So we have somebody absolutely fabulous, Charles, joining us today, who is a true Anne Hathaway fan, and maybe can shed some light on this confusion. Let's welcome Charles, who I'm sure has his sound out as we bring him on. Charles, there. Oh yes.
Hello.
Oh,
Can you hear me now?
Oh my gosh, yes, and the first time.
Woo, perfect. I'm flawless, just like Anne Hathaway. First of all, y'all want a friendly discussion. I'm going to get a friendly discussion with Teresa, but the other four of you guys, no. Rude. That's what I see. I see y'all drinking haterade. That is what you have brought on to drink. You ain't drinking wine. You ain't drinking whatever's in that little cup. You need to shut off your mic and stop drinking a haterade and go down and pray on your knees that she's given such good performances over the years that you can sit here and talk shit after somebody who won Oscars, Emmys, Golden Globes, and even won a fucking Emmy for the goddamn Simpsons, okay?
Just one
Sit
Oscar.
just ass down. She's a treasure. And where you have a will, you have a way, okay?
That was a great performance.
It was beautiful.
That was awesome.
That was an improvised monologue.
My heart is racing. I don't know if I'm in trouble.
You are.
I think I'm the most in trouble.
You two might know each other. Keep watching. I'm dead. The sparkles, you diva.
Listen.
I had on a jogging jacket when Charles popped on, and he made me take it off because it was, well, I chose to because the sparkles were just pathetic.
This may be the most subtle thing in my closet. I'm also on my.
Oh, of course. You know, I like
to gorgeous.
Pillows.
Nice.
Very nice. 54.
You know what? First of all, I'm obsessed with Studio 54. Second of all, life is short. You might as well sparkle. That is my motto.
My God. Charles, you being such a wonderful Anne Hathaway fan, we have a viewer right now who wants you to just on my own, Anne Hathaway. Yes, your opinion.
On my own was not done by Anne Hathaway. You mean I dreamed a dream?
No.
Oh, well, everybody has it. Well, let me go to really quick. Michael, on my own, yes or no? See it or skip it.
What about On My Own? Is that a movie?
That's the song from Les Mis,
No,
Charles.
She's saying I dreamed a dream and nailed it. And while we're talking about Les Mis, Jesus Christ, that was a shit show movie. I mean, who saw that and then decided to give Tom Hooper another musical? Well, we all know it was Andrew Lloyd Webber, but like, girl, like if of all the things we're protesting this year, can we just add one more, which is stop giving Tom Hooper musicals? Okay, it's a problem.
Even Andrew Lloyd Webber hated Cats. He came out.
Listen, you can't fix Cats. You just gotta spay them. Okay, like.
I think we should review Cats. I think we should watch that.
I would. I can't. Listen. I Dreamed a Dream was the best part of Les Mis. Okay. Period. Yes, the fan. Listen. There we go.
Just because it's Anne Hathaway? Just because it's Anne Hathaway?
Close up of the snot in her nose.
Oh, yes. Okay, first of all, Viola Davis in every movie, first of all. And, I don't see y'all throwing shade about her snot.
Different level. That's a different
level. We love Viola
Davis'
snot, but we don't love Anne Hathaway's. Okay, I see how it is. I Dreamed a Dream was the highlight of that damn movie. By far. She was incredible. And that was the only part, like the one shot that worked. And that was when I was like, this girl going to win the Oscar, like hands down. So
Are we going to play it? Can we play this? Can we play this?
Oh.
Look at this. It's horrible. She cut her hair.
It's horrible? What is horrible about it?
Oh.
But she did it for the Oscar. She did it for the award.
Yes, exactly.
She cut her hair for
Oh, you mean like every actor in a big budget movie doing it for the award? You do it for the award or the money. Welcome to life. Like,
and she was anorexic for it. She lost all that weight. It was unhealthy. Simple.
No, hold on, Michael.
Which is all Hollywood, but also like.
And what you gonna say about Matthew McConaughey, huh? You was talking about him losing weight. You want to? Everybody loses a shit ton of weight for a role.
Cancel him too.
Okay, so we're just canceling people because they lose
Christian Bale
weight.
gains and loses 100 pounds either way to like win an Oscar.
Yeah,
that's Christian Bale.
These are surface ass excuses. Okay, just because you are. It's like when you already hate somebody and they do the slightest thing, like being like, "Hi, you have a really nice dress," and you're like,
"Yeah, bitch."
You know, that's what you're saying right now. Is you're like, I already don't
but
like.
No,
that.
but I loved Anne Hathaway before. I loved her before. I loved Devil Wears Prada. All of those things are amazing. Like Princess Diaries, we just watched it on TV, and I'm like,
I loved every minute of it.
I longed for the old days. But what got me about her, and perhaps I was swept up in like the media, and the way the media were portraying her in the lead up to the Oscars, where she was just like so disingenuous, and then her speech was, "It happened," like it came true, like whatever, like ugh, gross.
Well,
I'm over it.
If I remember correctly.
Guys, just for time.
I'm sorry, Melissa.
Sorry. No, don't worry. I had no idea that this was going to be as heated as it was, which is great because we did prepare a couple of. This was more directed really towards Charles being an Anne Hathaway lover. We wanted to bring up a couple articles that we saw. I know Rob had a lot of feelings about this one here. Now, Rob, before I bring it up, do you want to?
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Anne Hathaway egg controversy, but she apparently really, really likes her eggs a particular way. There she is right there with her eggs. She kind of reminds me of the egg lady from Pink Flamingos.
Apparently she's very angry. You screwed up my eggs 4 times.
Yeah. 4 times. Let's take a quick look at what happened.
Yeah, so what happened? It looks, there's so many things.
Yeah.
It looks like the first time the poached egg was too runny. The second time, the English muffin was cold because it sat while egg 2 was being poached. The third try, egg 2 was cold because it sat with the chef toasting muffin 2. And the fourth try, obviously, the egg, muffin, and avocado were perfect. But it took so long, she decided she was not in the mood for a fried egg. You can see that we got our resource from TMZ.
Yeah,
that is a very reputable.
Yes.
With all the fake news going on.
All I have to say, if you don't like your yolks runny, perhaps poached is not the best route to go. So if you're watching, we suggest you get your eggs fried and well done.
I mean,
you don't have to keep sending them back.
Charles, now who sends eggs back?
Who doesn't want to?
Somebody who orders a poached egg from the fucking Paramount lot gets what they get. Okay, period. Poached eggs are. You ever try to poach an egg? It's impossible. It's really hard.
You can try 4 times. It's still not.
Exactly.
I can't poach an egg.
You didn't order it from like a French restaurant. You ordered it from the cafeteria at Paramount. Like the cafeteria.
Are you talking shit about Anne Hathaway?
Yeah, I'm not shit about that. Like, girl, calm down. Order.
We have a couple other reputable sources to bring up. Yeah,
but absolutely defend our movies.
Because she's irritating. Now, Michael brought up, she did Anne Hathaway right here. We have her here. Poor Rob getting cut off.
Oh, don't worry about it.
No, but I want you in it. We look beautiful.
As long as Anne.
Or like the old grandma on the, can you see me? No, what's crazy is, she did lose all of this weight. And we have another reputable source from The Cut. But everybody knows the cut. It looks like, though, Anne Hathaway, she claims to have just eaten what I believe 2 thins of dried oatmeal paste a day. It looks like that was a lie.
She did have to hide the fact she splurged on half a potato.
She splurged on half a potato. Now, if you can't trust anybody on oatmeal paste.
Yes.
Oh.
How are you going to trust anybody on a potato? Like, what
Melissa
is
knows
the
a thing or
world?
two about potatoes.
I do. We love to, every time we go to
We
any
just-
sort of restaurant, I check, do they have a baked potato? That's what makes you reputable or not. Now, Charles, baked potato, like, this is where you had
Well,
said.
they didn't say if it was baked or
Oh,
not. She
well,
just said
a
it has
potato. Now, my concern, though, is, you defended her quite well, like, and I'm going into this thing of, like, that bitch, why would you lie about a potato? And honestly, I take it personally.
Wait, what y'all pissed off about now?
Oh,
she ate half the potato?
Yes, Charles.
What?
Like, she's going around. She said she ate more than oatmeal paste.
Oh my God! Stop the presses. Change the Chiron. What? It's literally okay. First of all, here's the controversy seems to be is that they were like, "How did you lose?"
Potato diaries is covering you now. Thank you, Carmen. This is about the potato.
That's so good.
Listen, this sounds like
That's
a
my new
potato
hashtag.
famine to me.
Potato
okay?
diary.
Well, and what's upsetting though is it just keeps happening though because it looks like
drama just follows her
drama
everywhere.
just follows her everywhere. We have now, Rob, you did send me this.
No.
To be that way.
Drama does not follow her everywhere. Paparazzi follow her everywhere.
Charles,
okay.
Well, I think it'll be very clear from our next.
The paparazzi don't follow her anymore. No one cares about her anymore.
Remember that time Anne Hathaway dated a con man? Now we
I forgot about that.
Well, we're here to remind everybody.
We're here to remind you, and we'd like to just say, I'm sorry for getting heated, but this article says, you can read this later. We can post this to you, or you could
post
just
it on our Facebook page.
Probably not. You could just scroll through and pause.
Just go to the cut.com.
Yeah, just
zooming in.
Hour into the episode,
Yes.
just press pause, and this literally says, okay, so remember the time she dated a con man, and this article goes into explain, well, she didn't necessarily really know, and she had no fault in it, and the guy's back in Italy now, and she's living her own happy life, and I think, what a bitch, honestly. The audacity. Like, how do you not know?
She doesn't snoop in her man's phone or anything.
That's how you find out.
She was much younger then, so you make mistakes. You're like, oh, this guy's got an accent. That's hot,
Yeah, come on.
First of all, y'all probably don't even know if your significant other has cheated on each other. Now, much less that they're conning people out of millions of dollars or whatever the fuck it is. Like, calm the fuck down. So far, the only real controversy we have is that she's a bitch around a poached egg. Okay, that's it. The other thing,
big.
This became like an egg conversation, an egg discussion.
Messy. Like, what do you like?
It's about the eggs.
Do I go to
I heard the egg
go to a
story
restaurant?
over.
Do I go to a restaurant and say, "Hi, I want a baked potato," and then I'm happy with a like a root? Like, come on.
the baked potato thing.
Way.
The potato
You got excited about a
controversy.
baked potato.
Yes.
But the potato controversy seemed to be that they were like, how'd you lose all this crazy amount of weight to get anorexic for this dying woman in this film? And she was like, I ate oatmeal paste. And this controversy seems to be that they were like, yeah, but one time after all those months and months and months of eating nothing but a couple of things of potato paste, one time she ate half a potato. What a bitch. She's a liar.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Like, I guess I'm just having a hard time understanding, exactly where you're coming
Disingenuous.
Listen.
It was a cheat
Thank
day.
you.
Potato was a cheat day because you need, in order to keep on losing weight, you need to like up your calories one day so you're not just all the way down every day. So the potato was her cheat day. So
Listen.
I defend the potato. I think.
Poor Anne, Charles,
I know there was some sour cream
Listen.
on that baked potato.
and then this is to you, Rob. It looks like you're a bitch.
Hey, that's not the first time that someone said that to me, so whatever.
It makes sense. It seems fitting. It seems like that's directed towards you.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Now, Charles, I'd love to have you have the last word. You had a very passionate rant about Anne. Like, it looks like nothing will be settled tonight, but you were such a joy to have on. We still, I think my opinion has been unchanged. Dennis, I believe, is unchanged. Michael Torbet,
Unchanged.
and Teresa, sweetheart. So, Charles, you have the floor.
Great. Well, I took notes on what the shit y'all were talking about before I walked in this room. Okay. So let me see. We were talking, the things that we said were that she makes, like, The Hustle was a terrible movie. Girl, Everybody makes terrible movies. Halle Berry won the Oscar and the Razzie in the same year, and Sandra Bullock went from winning an Oscar one year to making that stupid, like, I'm chasing after the man movie next. Like, everybody makes bad movies. And you know what they do? They make money at them. Like I said, you either do it for the award or you do it for the money. And like, whatever. She makes bad movies.
Our Halle Berry and Sandra Bullock episodes will be coming up in the future. So.
That is just evidence to support my claim because I know how to write a good essay. Then y'all are just throwing shit about the Joker smile she's got on there. Bitch, she did not design her damn makeup. They did that. If some asshole wants to copy the Joker, then he's a fool. Or it's actually in Roald Dahl's book. And also, Roald Dahl seems like a miserable person. Like, has he ever enjoyed any movie adaptation of any of this shit? Like, sidebar. I don't know about that. And then I'll just talk about, I believe he said disingenuous gravitas, which is, I totally see what you're saying about that. And I think, and if I remember correctly, that started after her Golden Globe acceptance speech when she was so like Sally Field, like, you like me, you really like me. And then she got, and everybody was like, you suck. And then she was like, now I'm going to be all poised and perfect. And then by the time she gets the Oscar, she's like, it came true. So you did that to her, sir. Also, when it comes to disingenuous gravitas, maybe she's not so good on a talk show, but you know what? If you actually look into it, every single actor has to start changing the way that they act and stuff in Oscar season when they know they're in that. It's a machine that wins an Oscar, not necessarily just a performance. They literally pump millions of dollars into these things. And you'll notice when you have people who are known for one thing and now they're trying to win an Oscar or something else, like Matthew McConaughey, Sandra Bullock, the list goes on and on, Jennifer fucking Hudson. They all start going on talk shows and they're like, yes, this is a real drama and I'm a serious actor now and things are great. And maybe she's not so good at that because like it's being fake. So like, yeah.
But she's an actor.
I'm going to interrupt really quick. No, I don't think it's really that hard to ask for someone who I don't even know, who I will probably never meet. I don't think it's that hard to ask them to just behave and act and appear in media in a way that satisfies me and my personal.
Okay.
It's not that hard.
But you know what?
Have your oatmeal paste, live in your castle, have your potato, cheat on your potato. Like, come on, we can do better. This is 2020.
But I think that's the thing that most people don't like about her is that this is 2020. If this was the 1990s, you would not have this media overload and we would not be expecting every single movie star to be our best friend. If Nicole fucking Kidman was an up and coming actor right now, we wouldn't like her because she's not Jennifer Lawrence. She's not fun on a talk show. She's like reserved and cornered, but she does good performances. And I do defend Anne Hathaway's performances, especially Rachel getting married. Wow, she was amazing. And Brokeback Mountain, holy crap.
She was.
Oh, so good. Amazing. I think there's a lot of hate around her. Okay. I thought she was great in Interstellar. I think that the worst thing about that was Christopher Nolan's whole plot line for fucking red-haired girl. I forgot what her name is. Jessica Chastain. Yeah, it just didn't make sense. Yeah. I love Anne Hathaway. I think she gets not as much credit as she should. And shame on you guys for not dreaming a dream with her because it was amazing.
Well, Charles, that was better than the entire movie.
It was.
That was pretty
I know.
beautiful.
It's these production values.
We can definitely go on and on forever about this.
Perhaps we'll bring up another episode. I think Anne Hathaway is a topic we'll be talking about for a long
time. So I'm sure we'll see you. Now, Charles, stick around as we show what hold on, let's see what we're doing next. We have options because nobody planned this very well.
In fact, if you can kill like some time, I'll be right back.
Oh yes, well after you, I'm gonna have to take a quick so we'll just stagger tinkle breaks and talk about We Stan Brokeback Mountain. Does anybody know what that means?
Stan? You don't know what Stan means?
Stan is Doc and fan at the same time.
Oh.
I just learned what Stan was. I was like, what the hell does Stan mean?
What does Stan?
Isn't like fanboying or fangirling? Something like that.
What I love about the word Stan and this conversation is that we are all that old. Like, this word has not been like the it word of the teens since like Les Mis, since like 2014. And we're all like, what? Stan? Who's Stan? Bornak?
Stan.
Stan is... Oh, yeah, I Googled it. Stan means... Stan is slang for someone who is a very zealous fan, especially of a celebrity or music group. Stan can also be a verb for liking something a great deal. You know what? There seems to, Rob, it seems like there's a theme to this every single night, and it seems like the theme is today, I learned something.
Yes. We get that a lot here.
I learned
so
much.
Something.
We have Elliot, Eminem. I do know that, but who knows? You do not put together Eminem and Brokeback Mountain necessarily. I don't know. Maybe Charles does. I'm not sure.
Listen,
you could.
Eminem
Eminem's
Eminem gave Elton John as a wedding present 2 diamond cock rings. So he might know something about Brokeback Mountain. You know what I'm saying?
Now I'm going to, since this is going a bit, we have 2 or 3 small things to share with you, but it looks like I need to check on my oven is on, so I'll just take a quick peek.
Yeah,
and, Rob, I'll just take a peek at the oven and see if it's... We have very large apartments at the 121. Yes. All right, Rob, keep on busy.
All right, I'll try to keep you guys busy. Charles, we asked the others if they saw something good lately. So we're getting off the topic of Anne Hathaway for a moment. But have you seen anything good lately?
You know, this week I've been going on a nostalgia kick, so I have not seen anything current lately.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah.
Like this week, I've retreated into the OC, and I am surely not ashamed. It is giving me comfort food, and it's keeping me away from the hyperventilating, watching looking out my window or watching CNN. So that's what I'm on. I did see. I don't remember what I saw. I don't know.
Oh, that's okay. But anybody else see anything else that they'd like to talk about? No? Somebody?
I saw The Lobster.
That's a good movie, The Lobster.
That was so freaking funny. It's so
Colin
funny.
Farrell?
I had no clue how hilarious that movie was. It's so funny.
It's great. And I'm sorry.
So good.
Yes. Dennis and Mike, you said you saw something else as well?
Oh, I was going to say, we've been doing the nostalgia too, the spooky October, but not so spooky week. Well,
Yes.
Our next film, I don't want to segue into it, but
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. We ended up watching the
No, that actually might be a perfect segue. Perhaps. So please, you can introduce it.
Oh my God. Wait, hold on. So I leave to check the oven for 5 seconds, and I come back to this.
Yes. One for Elton John and one for his partner. And apparently they have never used them. And I don't know why. Like, I would.
Do you? Yeah, I will look at your sparkles. Of course you would.
Right. You put diamonds on my nether region? Sure. Why
now,
not?
I feel
Anywhere.
wonderful. And Rob,
Even with diamonds anywhere.
Rob, would you like to go into our next film, or would you like to check out our next little body horror recommendation?
Oh, let's do that.
Oh, okay.
That's a good idea. I forgot about that.
Oh, well,
Thank
I
you
didn't.
for
Here,
reminding
I
because
just got it. If we lose you guys, Charles will keep you entertained by glitter.
Yes.
Oh, don't you worry. Oh, God. You know what? One day, guys, it'll
One
be
day,
here.
it'll be.
So click this button, get rid of that button, stop that button. Welcome to 2020. Click this, share that box, Chrome.
It is ruined.
Also, I just would like to give a shout out to Melissa's parkour trying to get into this chair, coming back from peeing. That was an inspired bit of parkour. Like, props to you. That was amazing.
I was inspired from Rob from our what episode? He's like, God, don't bring it up.
What? No.
When you were crawling over the bed, Rob was crawling over the bed because we have this light here, and so then I was just like, hello. There's my dog. Let them haven't seen a dog. People love dogs.
Oh.
People do
Look
love
at
dogs.
there he is.
Oh my god.
Oh, happy quarantine.
All right. Let's see
Okay,
how this
we'll do that.
body
Oh, yeah.
horror-
Oh, it's right here. Oh, wait. Oh, well, that's crazy. We have Anne Hathaway eating oatmeal paste, but Colin Farrell drank melted ice cream to gain weight for The Lobster.
I did not know that.
Oh,
I
hold
learned
on.
something today.
Because that looks
seems way more
like.
exciting.
Oh, it's gone. There's too much.
I believe that's just called a milkshake.
I learned. And then what do those milkshakes bring, Charles?
All the boys to the yard.
Wonderful. That is the answer that we were looking for. You win. Okay, let me go back to that comment. It was so important that I effed up everything that I was doing. Let's go into this, because F it, why not? And then we'll just wing the last. Here we go. Oh, look at you. It's just Charles.
Just Charles.
Let me figure out how to load.
We don't need to figure out. Oops, we gotta figure it out.
We gotta figure it out.
Hold on, it's here. It's this. God, this is so every fucking week, guys. Every. Oops, I know. Oops,
This is a family
there's
show.
children watching. Well, on that note, let's go. Oh. And look, the kid from Parenthood. Why not?
Yes.
Anything can happen.
All right.
Yeah. Oh wait,
Okay,
no. This
we were
isn't.
going to-
Oh wait, no. This is this other thing. Hold on. Let me
No,
mute
well-
everybody. Well, I couldn't load it, so now there's 9 extra steps. Here we go.
Got a strong stomach? Body horror is for you. First is Ginger Snaps. A high school girl gets a bite more than she asked for. Second is Hellraiser. A man unlocks the keys to his desire, but gets more than he asked for. Third is Annihilation. Exploring the unknown can be terrifying. Fourth is Tusk. Fascination for the exotic turns deadly. Fifth is The Thing. Alien invasions never got so gruesome.
Well, and hopefully tune in because God knows what'll happen.
Yes, a big thank you to Mistress Monica again for those recommendations. Those were some great films. I really like the movie Annihilation with Natalie Portman. That was a really good movie. I did enjoy that.
Annihilation.
Yes.
Has anybody else seen any of the movies on the list?
Tusk.
Oh yes, I did see Tusk. That was odd.
It was so weird, and it was supposed to be like a trilogy that Kevin Smith did. It was Tusk, Yoga Hosers that stars his daughter, and then Moose Jaws. But then Moose Jaws got because he just couldn't get the funding for it or something like that. But it's like Kevin Smith. You would think that he has all these friends at Miramax or something like that or whatever it is, who could have just given him money to do another indie movie. But he got Johnny Depp in one of his, but with the fake name Guy Lapointe, and then he had this weird nose or something like that. I forgot, was it in Tusk or was it Yoga Hosers? But he got Johnny Depp in one of his movies, but he has this weird funny nose and he uses some fake French name.
No, I kept getting distracted by Charles and his glitter waving time out. It seems like
I'm so sorry. This is really quick. I really thought when you were saying Kevin Smith that you meant that you were talking about Kevin James, Mall Cop. He's got a horror movie trilogy. I was like,
what?
I think he could do it.
Yoga Hosers? That was the movie?
Yeah, Yoga Hosers. That was it stars Kevin Smith's daughter and Johnny Depp's daughter because they grew up together in real life. They went to the same school or something like that. And yeah, it was check it out. Check out Yoga Hosers. Tusk is freaking, and that's also another creepy, weird movie. It's unsettling.
Oh, we'll have to check. And again, too, guys, we will be putting this list together for you guys to have. Now, Charles, if you do have the time, I know we sprung this on you. We will be reviewing the Addams Family next. So you're welcome to hop on with us as We, you know what, Charles, Teresa, and Dennis hopped on time calls with us that we set for them, just to check in and, like have, a standard time call like you would for any show. And it turned into a rushed, we're not ready. So
Really?
that's where we left it. And that's where we are. So, which means...
Wait, this is still just we haven't actually started the show yet?
This isn't recorded. No, not yet.
This is just a run through, guys. We thought you knew.
A dress rehearsal.
Well, I'm out. Just being clear. Good.
Oh, this article is gone. Okay, guys. Well, I'm so excited. Again, too, we had some stuff edited. It didn't happen.
But we said F it. We'll do it live.
Well, we didn't really censor as well as Rob did just now. There seems to be a slew of profanities, which then, said... What was it?
Well,
screw it. We'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
So that's where we are. So let's click. There's so many flashbacks to the first episode, Rob. What does stand mean? No, we covered that.
We sure did.
We did that.
I didn't know that.
We are looking for the Adams, the Anne Hathaway. No, we did
Anne
that.
Hathaway segment already.
Okay, good. And then that's correct.
Oh!
Okay,
hold on.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So next up, guys, we'll be taking a look at the 1991 comedy The Addams Family, the film version of the Charles Addams cartoons and the classic TV sitcom. It's currently available to stream on Netflix. Stars Raul Julia as Gomez Addams, the patriarch.
Oh, it's not even on there. Oh, it is on there.
And Angelica Houston as his wife Morticia. Let's take a look, shall we?
Yes.
This might take us a minute, guys, but we promise. Oh, there we go.
Austin.
Oh, let's just hit play. Oh, we just need some volume. Oh, there we go.
There it is. That's how I wake up every morning. I mean,
Son,
do you not pose for your morning ritual?
Oh, well, I kind of relate to that dying flower.
That's French.
Oui.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
That's like, it's like this picture from Soul.
Yeah.
En garde, Monsieur Soleil.
Yeah.
Gomez.
Screw it. Let's do it live.
Yeah.
Last night you were unhinged. You were like some desperate howling demon. You frightened me.
What did that sound like, do you think that was?
Do it again.
The howling demon.
Oh, I don't know. Then there's The Children, Wednesday Unplugged, played by Christina Ricci and Jimmy Workman. Seen in this clip where they perform a sword fight for a school play.
Now, honestly,
volume?
No, it is. There is volume, but I'm turning it down so there's no feedback. We can't hear it, but they can. we just react to quiet. I'd be so proud if these were my kids.
Really?
Yeah, like if I was grandma with a mouse kid, I'd be really pissed off. But if this was my kid, I think I'd be like, well, go you. Like that is genius. That takes talent, science there.
Yeah. Well, then there's also Grandmama, as well as the Addams severed hand servant thing.
This is wonderful to watch on a whisper volume.
Oh, hand. Oh,
Oh.
my hand. She's got my hand.
I wish I had a detachable hand.
Do you? I mean, here. I mean, what would you?
There's a lot I could do with a detachable
I'm
hand.
sure there's a lot you could do with a detachable. I mean, we'd all sleep better at night with a detachable hand. I'm sure.
Oh no! Of course, we can't forget the Butler Lurch as well as Cousin It.
She looks like a giant puppy.
It, old man.
You're right. Far too long.
I hope that this is looking some sort of way because we have no idea.
Let me out of your sight.
Just sitting in silence, watching hairballs.
Aww. He wants to dance with her.
Now, on the discussion of detachable hand, physically, how would this relationship work out? Another time.
So, as the movie's main storyline, it's basically when this loan shark's adopted son Gordon kind of resembles Gomez's long lost brother, here played by Christopher Lloyd. The Addams Family lawyer comes up with a plan for Gordon to pose as Fester, the brother, and infiltrate the Addams household to find the hidden vault where they keep all their riches. Let's watch.
Oh man, it's like Harry Potter, but in the past.
Fester's been missing for 25 years. He and Gomez had some sort of a fight, and Gomez feels incredibly guilty about it. He'll tell you anything. Just ask. It's foolproof.
Now, we never talk about how she gave birth to this.
Well, it's if you listen to my synopsis, I did say that it was an adopted son.
Oh.
Also, did you watch the movie?
I don't pay attention to detail.
I get the gold.
I'm a very visual person.
Brilliant. No, not Gordon.
Of course not.
I had no idea he was adopted.
Okay, there we have it.
Oh, that's it. That's done. Thank God. Wow. Well, wonderful. I can't wait to talk about it with everyone. There's not a Dennis.
Yeah, not.
He's probably checking on the oven.
Dennis was checking the oven.
Let's get out while we still can. Shayla, shout out Bill O'Reilly.
That's right.
Yep.
The man who knows to say F it. Let's
Thanks,
do it live.
Bill. Oh!
Yep.
I don't pay attention to anything. Oh, let's turn the volume up. I can't hear shit. What line is that?
Oh, it's here.
Takes on the app. Wait, it's a different color. Let's go to Teresa because she moved first. Teresa,
because I moved first. Okay. I had not seen this movie since like forever, so I did not remember most of it because like I saw it like literally like right after it came out. Like,
did you remember that what's his face was adopted?
I didn't remember. I mean, it's been what 30 years, so I can't remember
when I
anything.
talked about it, did that spark a memory?
But like it's just like as somebody like I know like a lot of us like are actors and stuff like that, but just like the performances, like Raul Julia, like he was a treasure. Like just he just was so Gomez. Like, and I used to watch the TV show, the black and white and the new Addams Family or whatever. I watched all those shows when I was a kid. So then like when you like watch his performance now, he just like it's just such an award-winning role. Like I feel like he should have won like every award for Gomez Addams. And just watching him and Angelica Houston or Houston in New York City, just like seeing just how in love they are. Like, and she's like literally at one point like orgasming like at an auction when he's like kissing her, like orgasming like in the middle of the auction. And it's just like seeing these performances, it's just so funny. And I could totally see how it could have become how it became a musical. Eventually, just because it just feels like so theatrical and so musically. Just everybody was amazing. Christina Ricci, since we were like about the same age, I think she's like a year older than me, but seeing her as a little girl, I'm like, damn, girl could act. Like for a little kid, girl could freaking act.
Well, normally I kind of hate child act. I just hate children, apparently. But like
no,
you're
like
you identified with them.
I do. Yes, I am High Priestess Witch or whatever they called her. I don't know. I didn't listen to Rob.
Grand High.
The Grand High Witch.
The Grand High Witch or whatever they call it.
Now I'm interested, Teresa. That was a wonderful take. Let's turn over to Dennis and Mike. There was no Anne Hathaway in this film, so I'm interested in your take.
Thank God.
This is pre-Anne Hathaway.
Thank God.
Korea. I was very excited to sit back and watch this movie again. And I started realizing that while we were watching this movie, all the things that I remember liking about this film are not in this movie because I was thinking I was watching the sequel. And
You thought you
I
were
was
watching
like,
the what?
where's Joan Cusack? Joan Cusack.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
well, and
I'll
I'll let you finish, and I'll turn it to
which
Rob.
is the same cast. What?
Yeah, no, and let's.
So we watched this movie, but
No, go ahead. What a cluster of a night.
Oh, yeah,
Carry on.
But also the thing that I really took from this movie, because I watched the black and white show as a kid, and I remember I watched that, and then I watched the Munsters. And as a kid, I remember liking the Munsters more because they were, even though they were monsters, they were very
well.
wholesome
Diction is
and
important,
very,
Michael.
like,
Houston, Houston.
loving to
What
other
is
people.
it? Oh, I think we're delayed.
Well, no,
That's
they were
why.
the Munsters, but they were a family of monsters.
The Munsters. Yeah, I watched the Munsters. I love the Munsters.
Yeah.
Munsters, Addams Family, my jam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
what I
think we're
realized
delayed.
about the Addams Family now, well, as a kid, I never liked the Addams Family because I felt like they looked down on everybody and they were kind of mean, whereas the Munsters were very wholesome and loving to everybody. But what I realized watching the Addams Family now as an adult was that now, as an adult, gay man, I understand why a family that is just that fabulous wouldn't want to be seen with other people who aren't as fabulous as them.
Dennis,
Waters quote, there's two kinds of people in this world, my kind of people and assholes. And I feel like that's how the Addams Family live their lives. They're like, you know what? I'm not going to hang out with the assholes because I'm in my fabulous world, and I'm going to...
Oh, leave that to
curate
Michael
the
to
fabulous
put
life
together.
around me.
Leave that to Michael to put together like a cute little humanizing version of the. And we also have Jordan, the monsters, the most human monsters, which is what we need in this time. I will turn this over to Rob after I get Dennis's comments on the film.
Well, I think what Teresa said about the sort of sexuality, like that was palpable for me during this film. Like I was so distracted by Morticia and Gomez just constantly like fucking each other throughout the entire movie, and like as a kid watching this, I never picked up on that, but it was just very, very obvious. And I think overall, like the movie still stands up. I think a lot of the things that Michael said about sort of like their outsiderness and how that played out is important, but also the way that for the early 1990s that they brought like sexuality so in the forefront in this film was so like big and so profound for the time that I'm moved again watching the film as an adult, and I think it's truly powerful.
Well, now I just feel bad because those were actually really sweet things, and every time I go into things, I'm like, maybe we need to change. Maybe we need a self-help book or something. No, Rob. No, but I liked that. I really liked that because in these times we definitely need to take a lesson from the Addams. And I think too, it's funny that I think all of us, Teresa, Dennis, and Mike Torbet will get to Charles in a moment. But I think what's funny is the underlying theme of we all saw this as children. These were nostalgic films as children, and I feel like I almost watched this movie so much that when I watched it again, I almost tuned out because I felt like I almost had it memorized. But at the same point, like. Yeah, you have those things, the sexuality, which was a little uncommon for back then, and all of these. I don't know. I'm drunk. Rob.
Yeah, so there were things I liked about the movie, things I didn't. We'll start with the things I liked. Of course, I mean, Raul Julia and Angelica Houston, you cannot go wrong with the two of them. They make anything watchable, in my opinion. These sets were great, the costumes were great. I just didn't think the movie worked that well as a comedy. I didn't find that I laughed that often. There was a few funny moments. I just didn't think it was that great as a comedy. However, Michael, I think you did bring up Addams Family Values, which I actually thought is a better movie. I actually really like that one. I think they kind of took a few things that worked in this one and then just made it better with the sequel because you had a better story. you had a more interesting villain played by Joan Cusack. You had that sort of subplot where Wednesday and Pugsley go to summer camp, where you got a lot of the Addams Family sort of interacting with everyday people and seeing the everyday people's reaction. And I kind of wanted, there was a little bit of that in this one, but not enough. I wanted more of that, and I felt the sequel really gave that to you. And I just thought the sequel was just a better movie altogether. I mean, I was still kind of, I guess I would say, see this one just because, I mean, of the cast. Like I said, Julia and Houston.
Wait, you said you wouldn't see this?
I said I would say see it just because of the
okay.
But then I would say definitely check out the superior sequel because the jokes just worked a lot better in that film, and it's just a more entertaining movie.
I mean, the stuff with the camp was better. Do you know what is this from the sequel? The stuff with the camp was funny, but Hubert a little shark jumpy. Google.
Hubert's the little boy and the
baby. Oh yeah, they have a new child in that one.
Oh, screw the children! Why are there so many kids in Halloween movies?
Why do you hate children so much?
I don't. You know what? I think, and that's my problem. That's where I am right now. Is it 2020 or is this who I am? Like, I don't know. Dennis and Mike Torbet know me quite often. I don't know. Maybe I've always been this negative. Who knows? Or maybe it's just gradual. And in 10 years,
I think.
And in 10 years, I'll look like. Hold on. Where is this? Let me show you a good. Let me show you a good. What am I doing? I'm typing. No, hold on. I want to show you what I'm going to look like in 10 years, and it's very fitting. Yeah. This is what, I feel like as I get older, when I was younger in high school, I was immortal. It's all psychology. You're immortal. You love life. And then as you get older and older and older, you turn more into this. Oh, hold on. This program.
It was the...
And I wish we could zoom that a little more. But if, we planned what we were saying, this feels like me. Like this is
it feels like
this. Yes, this was like 2000. Melissa's growing up, and this is she's there.
2020.
Yeah, this is 2020.
I mean, when I saw the unveiling, I was like, oh my god, that's Melissa. So
and I take pride in that. Now, I don't want to take away from Charles. I did promise him some time, but I also know that when I get nervous, I talk too much. So I just want to make sure that Rob has. Poor Rob.
I know, right? Yeah, I feel a lot here.
I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you.
We say that every time.
Because of me. That's what I feel bad about. Yeah, I'm a lot. I think everybody in this room knows that can be a possibility. Where's Monica? She's there. It reminds me of a river runs through it. Oh,
I guess that's the Addams Family.
Is that a movie?
Yeah, with Brad Pitt, right?
Oh,
no, not Brad Pitt, right? I don't remember.
We could Google it. A river? Where is it?
Yeah, let's Google.
Let's Google. What a wonderful world of technology. Poor Charles is just waiting to review the Addams Family, which he may or may not have seen. I don't know. I didn't ask. Oh, Brad Pitt.
What do you think of the 2 minutes that we watched?
I mean, we gave a very interesting synopsis. I'm sure you could be able to get whatever you need from that.
I mean,
here, have some more.
Seen the Addams Family reunion, like
with Daryl Hannah and Tim Curry.
I don't remember
how
any.
many are there?
However, I have a book at my parents' house of Charles Addams' original Addams Family comics or cartoons from the New Yorker, I believe. I believe it was in a series in the New Yorker. Like, they do a lot of cartoons there. Used to do more. He would do like a one, just like a one, like the New Yorker, where it's just like one picture. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he was one of their regular people, and he did a lot of different things. And so this book was compiling all of his work. And so it's not just the Addams Family, but you can just see chronologically like his style and his humor and that dark, twisted humor. And he slowly started adding in these Addams Family things, and then they start recurring more and more and more as it took off with the readers and stuff, and then turned into what we know. And I think it's very interesting that you were talking about the Munsters seem to be so much nicer and happier, versus the Addams Family, who are just like, we're the weirdos over here. What is your suburban problem? And I think what's interesting that you bring that up, I think that's interesting because the Addams Family is created by a New Yorker, and the Munsters is Hollywood taking that idea and making it palatable to the people in the suburbs that the New Yorker is feeling superior to in his weird ass self. Gomez and Morticia are like still like couple goals and like some of the things they say, I'm like that are supposed to be like really comedic, like he did what in the bedroom? I'm like, he did what in the bedroom? Like, that sounds good.
Charles is always taking notes over here. He's taking notes on Anne Hathaway. He's taking notes on sex tips from the Addams. Look at that notebook, Charles.
Listen. She prepares for class. Okay.
I didn't read this before I'm putting it up, which means, duh, why not? Jumping the shark phrase from Happy Days when they dragged it out, kind of like beating a dead horse, and milking the money cow at the same time. Oh, is this about as many? My sister said there's a way to make these comments easier, but I didn't try that hard.
Yeah, perhaps we should try that.
I'll just put that, you know what I mean? Probably this one, but you know what? I don't even know what that movie is. So
we should review it today.
Maybe. Well, let's just get through
It's a good movie.
Wonderful. Now, guys, I believe as I click through everything, I believe we covered. You know what's funny is we had more.
We did?
Well, we had more. We had more in a perfect world, and then we said, you know what? Let's calm down because we can't even get to the things we want to. We covered eggs. Yeah, that was the most. Yeah, oatmeal paste. That was.
Come on, guys.
We covered This Is the Wrong Date, which forever in history. That's great. And then, let's not forget
the time when Anne Hathaway dated a con man.
That bitch didn't even know it. Bitch.
That's why you always go through.
That's why you always go through take personal responsibility.
Yeah.
Like, what was she even wearing when she was dating?
His job is to con you. It's for you to not find out.
No, yeah, that's true. That's a con man.
You're not a con man if you're telling people about it.
Yeah, but she should have screw Anne Hathaway. Yeah, you should have asked.
Yeah. I think that was before social media or something, so she couldn't Facebook him or something to find out if he was a con man. I don't know.
You can't Facebook to find somebody who's a con man.
It was a long time ago.
That's true.
Have you ever heard of stamps? What did people do in the past? My God. Con man. Come on, Anne Hathaway. Although when we think about my dating history, let's
we learned a lot about how to keep a healthy marriage from the Addams.
If we ever go into whenever I become Anne Hathaway and I brag about eating oatmeal paste and somebody posts my personal life, I can guarantee you it'll be a lot more exciting than oatmeal paste and this guy, because he looks like a drunk Zach Braff.
Oh gosh, he does look like that. Yeah.
Like, what a bitch. Where's my Anne Hathaway discussions? She's watching this. She's watching this because I hashtagged her.
Yeah.
No, I don't even know what hashtags.
I got it.
I don't know how to use Twitter.
I know.
I think the only men in Hollywood who get the kind of hate that Anne Hathaway gets, or Kristen Stewart. We go through phases as to which young actress we just for these couple of years. The only men that happens to are men who really deserve it. They got to be like Bill Cosby, Mel Gibson, or Kevin Spacey. Otherwise, we're like, I just won't go see their movie, but I like them. But the women,
this has been
Matthew McConaughey.
You know what? I got to see Matthew McConaughey live at the Actors Studio. Thanks to Michael Scott-Torbet for the tickets. Did you go to that with us?
No.
Well, we saw
I
Louis.
probably would. I can't stand
We
it.
saw
so.
Louis Anderson. That
Oh,
was
Louis
another
Anderson,
story.
yeah.
But no, I actually liked Matthew McConaughey. After I saw him as a person, I was like, I don't know, Matthew. Gross. That's why. Those triple sparkles. No, he was cute. He was nice. He seemed cute. And it's funny. Oh, let me get back to that's why I was on this screen. Charles, let me give you wisdom. I don't know where we are in age together, but I feel like let me give you a life lesson. As we get older in life, our goal is to unnecessarily hate other people and express that. And especially maybe it's more for women, because as men, like as Michael said, Matthew McConaughey, oh yeah, Bill Cosby, screw Bill Cosby, okay, yeah, great, he did some bad stuff. But what I'm saying, as women, we don't have to have anybody have bad stuff ever. I can look at somebody and be like, because we're women and we do that. Teresa, as the other woman in the room, you know what? No, you're too cute. She's too sweet. She doesn't.
No, it's just because, professionally, I'd never want, to have shit bite me in the ass. James Gunn said some stupid shit, back in the day or something like that. And then he, lost Guardians of Galaxy, got it back, but lost it. And then just because of stuff he wrote in, 2008, and I just, because there's always the chance that I could work with these people. I'm not saying I'm a big Hollywood actress, I'm not, but if I were to get that opportunity, I don't want to be on set with them and then be oh, back in 2020, Teresa said some shit on this What to Watch with Rob and Melissa show.
You know what's funny, and that's good as the mood of the night seems to be. We had Michael. The Munsters were very, they were a different personality than the Addams. We had this one. That doesn't I'd like to come back to after Jordan said he drank melted ice cream to gain weight for the lobster. We had Jared, which I think was important to mention. I also heard he had some lettuce, though, similar to an Anne Hathaway sort of lie. But no, I liked the fact that everybody turned this into a very humanizing, oh yes, let's love everybody, and I need to learn that. And I had a point,
but it got lost.
It got lost. Do you know what I was saying?
Something about you're saying you hated people or
yes. Oh, okay. So yes, with Teresa, who said, of course I want to remain professional. If I ever run into them again, that's great.
Yeah.
But I had a story, and I think Rob, you were a part of that story. And it is a moral story. I was at a job where I went to another site. And I semi-talked shit about somebody I didn't necessarily know, which as you do, And then I ran into that person later, and it was fine. It was terrible, but it was fine. So that's why I'll keep living life the way I'm
Listen, what I always say is if you think something nice, say something nice. If you think something mean, say something funny. Because then it's a joke.
Grandma, this is the funniest person I know.
That's why I'm hilarious.
Yeah. I say that all my friends are like, is that why you joke about the way I look so much?
No, Charles, you're beautiful. Remember that time I saw you and I was actually no. Charles and I have a wonderful we worked off Broadway together on what was that show?
Hamilton?
No, that was Tristan. Where is he?
I was in Hamilton too.
No, the whatever where I dressed you in the back with a sucker, the hat. You had a chef hat.
Oh my God, that was that. Oh my God, Love's Labor's Lost.
Now, if I had a personal dresser in my apartment, I'd be fine. Rob, hold on, that came from a thing. This was a thing. I learned something today. Everybody did. This was stand by your jokes. Team Sparkle. I don't know who that's for.
Stand by your jokes. Team Sparkle.
This is what I wanted to come to. I feel like Melissa is drunk enough at the end of every episode. She always gives a speech like Kyle from South Park at the end. Monica, God bless you. Also, thank you for being sexy for my episode.
Oh, yes.
The
Thank you,
amount of
Mistress
and
Monica.
yes, I do want to say I said yes, Mistress Monica. Please be sexy, Elvira. That'll be great. I didn't realize how sexy she was going to be, and now I'm just thinking about all the guys who are just slow motioning my video. But hopefully we get a lot of views.
Yeah, that should make our views go up.
So Monica will be back next week. Hint, hint. Anyway, so going back to this, yes, this is my life is progressionally every year. I make New Year's resolutions to be a better person. I'm not going to swear as much. I'm going to be nicer. I'm not going to say Anne Hathaway is a bitch for no reason. And every
But
year,
perhaps next year.
yeah, and
There's always next year.
that's the question, though. That's the statement. There's next year, and it doesn't happen. It's almost like
Did this year count?
Huh? What, Michael?
Did this year count? I said, did this year count? It didn't.
No.
Does this year count for anybody?
Yeah.
Because I feel like South Park, everything just resets at the end, and that's what I do. Every Thursday, I say yes. Thank you for saying the Munsters were great, and let's humanize all of that. And Anne Hathaway's a bitch, but let me try to understand her better. And then the next day, I wake up, and we're back to a South Park episode where everything just starts over. Oh God, there's a cat.
Aw.
That's
It was Liza.
Hi, Liza.
Liza with a purr.
Anytime an animal comes
Liza.
up, everybody loses.
Liza.
Oh, hold on.
An
Here's
Eliza
a
cat and Eliza pillow.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
I can't believe this is almost 2 hours and we still have people like.
As if you couldn't tell I was gay enough, I have
Charles,
Liza
you're
with
gay?
a Z. No.
Oh my God, hold on. Where is the? Oh my
I never
God.
would have guessed.
No, I have Liza with a Z on DVD and CD. I'm not gonna lie, it's so good.
What is it? So, we need to do a Liza episode. because
Speaking
I
of
love
Liza,
Liza.
my comedy part.
New York. Yes, New York, New York.
New York would be a good one to review. It's very, very long though, because it's Scorsese.
Scorsese loves to do a 3-hour movie.
God, The Irishman. Have you guys reviewed that?
Not Arthur.
No,
good.
Didn't watch it yet.
Have you seen The Irishman?
I haven't seen it.
I didn't like
It's
it.
the most. Oh my God! It is the most overrated thing I've ever seen. It is like watching 8 old people do a Meisner exercise for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Like every single conversation is given the same amount of weight of time. It's
Wasn't
literally
it a
like
6-hour movie?
yes.
4 hours.
It's like if they're going to murder somebody or if they're ordering a pizza, each conversation takes at least 15 to 20 minutes. And if they're just going, they're like, you want to order pizza? I want to order pizza. This guy wants to order pizza. Hey, I want to order pizza. I want to order pizza. You want to order a pizza? And you're like,
Let's go back to we never got to a recommendation for a review. The Incident 1967. Thank God we put the year in because earlier I kept messing up Mistress Monica's movies with the wrong ones. Rob had to correct me. So anywho, recommendation for a review. The Incident at Tony Musanti
and Martin Sheen. First role.
Oh. Here's another one.
Oh, August Osage County.
That sounds
That's an
boring.
interesting movie. No, it's Tracy Letts.
I don't know. You know what's so sad is that everybody says, and every single one of you. Let me pull. We have Charles who's name dropping. We have Teresa who's naming directors. We have Dennis and Mike who are like, oh, that was blah blah blah's first movie, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I understand. I know no names, so whenever anybody says a name, anywho. Rob, what name?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you know the name?
Shouldn't you be knowledgeable about film?
Dennis, I push the buttons. Look. Could anybody else?
Hello. Hi, Sarah.
Yes. So, movie review, yes. Movie review, yes. Movie review. What are you here for? I push the buttons.
Listen.
Don't forget it.
She's very good at pushing people's buttons.
Yeah, we can do spooky movies only for October.
Yes.
Spooky only. Oh, okay. So only spooky.
Spooktober. Let's get it right.
Well, I'm gonna.
I got nothing.
Oh, here, have some more.
Oh, may I give a tidbit about the movies we watched tonight?
Huh?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. So, both of these movies starred Angelica Houston.
Oh, you said what? Oh, thank God.
And
okay.
Well, they both did.
Oh, and okay.
But for both of those roles, they were originally both offered to Cher. So this would have been a Cher movie night if she had taken both roles.
Yep. And they look very similar. But Angelica Houston, I learned something today. Like Angelica Houston is, she's a treasure. She's amazing. I think that she's incredible.
You know what?
I'm glad we had Angelica. I'm glad Angelica got these roles.
Yes, she's amazing.
I saw her at Addams Family. So when I saw The Witches, which I had no idea about, I was watching it for the first time.
Yeah, she's great.
I was blown. Like I don't know why I was expecting Morticia in The Witches. You know.
But she's also part of like Hollywood royalty. Her father
I've only
was
seen
John
Addams.
Huston, and then her grandfather was the classic actor Walter Huston, who starred in movies like Treasure of the Sierra Madre. And
I just watched that last week.
Oh,
yeah.
Treasure of Sierra Madre is wonderful, and he won the Oscar for it.
Her father directed it, and then the one actor is her grandfather in the movie.
Yeah. And the grandfather won Best Supporting Actor, and he's
the father won Best
fantastic.
Director too. Yeah, that's a classic. Anybody out there, definitely check that out.
It's one of the first like adventure movies. Like we got to get the gold, and we got to and it's that one where that line from like,
wait, what
we don't
is
want
it?
those stinking badges.
Treasure of this. Oh, it's right there.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Good old TCM classic.
Here's this. Does that help anybody?
That helps everybody. Yeah, perfect. Yes, thank you so much.
Oh, it's old. It looks boring.
It's from 1940.
Oh, it's really good. It's really good.
Why would I watch this? Who recommended this?
TCM stuff.
Wait, who's in it that I'm supposed to
Humphrey
know?
Bogart.
Oh.
And grandfather, Walter Huston.
Oh, look
It's
at that.
really good. It's on HBO Max right now because they have the TCM collection, which I have been binging because I am what? Old.
Oh, I cried at the end of the Addams Family because I just thought, oh my God, I don't know, but I'm just strangely nostalgic because I was like, oh my God, and Raul Julia's not with us anymore, and I was like, why is he not with us anymore? He could have given us so much more. I was just crying at the end because I missed him so much.
Yeah.
He also came down with his stomach cancer during that film.
I'm sorry, you cried at both movies, Teresa.
I cried at the end of both movies. I was not expecting to cry at either movie, and I cried at the end of both of them. I'm like,
oh.
You know what, Teresa?
Sorry, we'll pick up more upbeat movie.
I cried through Mamma Mia too, so there is no judgment.
It's because of Cher?
Dead Meryl.
Michael, actually.
Girl, when I was a teenager, I cried through a Hillary and Haley Duff film. Okay, I did. I cried at the end. I forgot what that movie was. It was Hillary Duff and her sister Haley, and I saw it in theaters because I am a homosexual, and I definitely cried. I was like, they love each other because they're sisters.
Oh, that's cute though. I probably would have cried at that. I cried at that Miley Cyrus.
The movie that
Hannah
makes me
Montana
cry
movie.
all the time.
Which one? Material Girl.
I have no idea what the plot is. I have no idea.
Oh, I remember that poster.
No plot. It looks like they're just shopping. I can tell you what
they
this
go
movie
shopping.
is.
They look
Angelica Houston's in
I'm
it?
just gonna pop this on there because it looks like it fits.
We should
Angelica
review it.
Houston's in
No,
it.
God, I would rather kill it. No, I wouldn't. That's
Being on brand for the night without even knowing it. I am channeling some divine power of Angelica Houstonism.
That
Look
is
at
amazing. Oh my God, what were the chances? Holy crap.
I am a conduit to another world.
We have a couple of different recommendations for no after it's spooky only.
Yes, I agree
Get your
with
shit
Mistress
together.
Monica.
Yes,
Spooky movies
Mistress
only.
Monica. Yeah, change
Yes.
your name. Nobody
For
knows.
Spooktober.
Yes, if anybody wants to find her from her videos, there she is.
Yes.
We have. She's on OnlyFans. We go.
She's a Patreon.
Hashtag catch. Oh my God, that's terrible. Spooky film recommendation to review: The Passion of the Christ.
It was pretty gory. What? We have Abby. Cher would have been great. You know what's crazy is when you hear about, because what was it? Matthew McConaughey was supposed to be in Titanic. He was supposed to be Jack in Titanic. I don't know who the girl was. He wouldn't have been great in that though.
Yeah, so would Cher have been good or was it better?
I think Cher would have been great in The Passion of the Christ. I think.
Scream out, bitch. Yeah, I mean, she is Jesus already.
Old Charles. Spooky acting, The Room.
The Room! Yes, The Room is the best. I freaking love The Room. I've seen it like 5 times. You know, I can see it again. I'll watch it again.
I've never seen that movie.
No, I saw, what was it? I saw the remake with, well, not the remake, but the storytelling of
the making of movie, yeah.
Oh, the Disaster Artist.
Disaster
Artist.
Disaster Artist. I read the book too.
It was so beautifully done. Like
I saw that movie and didn't see The Room.
Yeah, no, I didn't
see The Room. It is so good. It is so bad. It's so bad that it's so great. Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh no,
that's how I feel about
cried at
Spice
the end.
World.
I did cry at the end of the Phantom Menace.
Oh my God, Spice World, yes.
Come on, you got to review Spice World at some point and bring me on because I have the entire movie memorized.
Cry in Spice World? I cry at Publix grocery commercials. Now I'm not sure. There is once we get it going. I was on a reality show where I cried every time I ran.
Of that?
Probably
What?
not.
You were on a reality show?
Charles, get with the program. Keep up. Did you not check
You
my
know that?
Besties.
Yeah, no, don't say that.
Oh, the ex-besties.
I just grabbed my Grand Tetons and shot. I'm like,
on Oxygen, an Oxygen reality show.
We were the last episode.
All the episodes are on Hulu.
Are they?
I think. I don't know.
Oh God.
But you can buy them on Amazon.
No, well,
Prime.
yeah, for like
last episode of what? What's the show?
I think I signed a contract
the
where I can't
ex-besties
talk shit
from
about it,
Oxygen.
so I can't.
But we can. So.
We were the show that was last on before Oxygen got
Classic.
canceled.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It ran out of
Melissa,
oxygen.
Team for Lessa.
Shameless little plug. I would go to Chipotle. I was always recognized at Chipotle, and they would say, "Oh, don't you worry. I cry when I run too." And they would come out and take pictures of me. And I said, "Thank you for my Chipotle." And we'll get into that in another episode. Who effing knows? Let me get to. Thank you guys so much for your comments. I cried in Mamma Mia. Rob is chock full of knowledge of movie. Yes, he is. I am not. I think people think that I'm doing this show with Rob. I might be a part of this, but I'm not. Because as you can see, Rob says, "Did you just watch the movie?" And I said, "I think so." Oh, wow. Yes, you just talked about that.
Oh.
Saving it.
That for next week's episode. Yeah. I actually watched it last night. I don't want to give anything away because we're planning a review of that for next week.
Oh, we are.
Yes.
Seems like we are.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
From the room.
From the room.
Yeah. So you know.
I do know it. Watch it. Oh,
Watch it.
watch it. Oh, I do know this. Actually, Rob, can you go ahead and Actually, Teresa, you're the one. Teresa, hold on. Teresa, please.
What? Oh, wait. What do you want? Oh, you're tearing me apart, Lisa. Funny story about tearing me apart, Lisa. I went to some screenings of The Room back when Sunshine Cinemas existed, RIP. And Tommy Wiseau and Greg Sestero were there. So they were selling these little doggies. Like, you know, in the movie, he goes into a flower shop and then there's this like really fat pug, so plump. I love that pug. And then he was like, "Oh, hi, doggy." And so I had him right on my doggy plush, which is when you squeeze the paw, you just hear Tommy Wiseau's voice making dog sounds, basically. And then I was like, wait, this is Tommy Wiseau in my plush. So he would say in the movie, his famous line is, "You're tearing me apart, Lisa." I had him write on my plush, "You're tearing me apart, Risa," since my name is Teresa. So Tommy Wiseau wrote on my plush. And I dressed up as Lisa for one of the screenings with like blonde wig and the red dress. Like, it was.
Oh man, we should have had you send a photo.
Yes. Oh, I do have a photo, but it's too late for this one now.
Yes,
Oh, well.
You know what, Teresa, there was a lot of things that were way too late for this one.
Yeah. A lot of things in this episode that we didn't
get. But we'll get there.
Yeah.
You know what? This is maybe better than the first. Not by
little.
much. But you know what? We're only at 5.
This is only episode 5. It only can get
so.
better from here.
Well, no, we've learned that. That is not the answer. We have, that movie is nuts, probably. Requiem for a Dream.
The Darren Aronofsky.
Oh my gosh. You know what? I have read, and I will preach this to everyone. Happy 2020 to you. Here's my gift to you.
Oh.
Oh God.
Well, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Herbert Selby Jr. Read the book.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's good.
How have we not talked about this? There's so much now. I learned something today. Guy, the book, Herbert Selby Jr. The movie did. I'm surprised that the movie did as well for a book adaptation. I think that was probably the best. I don't know what you have to say about it.
No, definitely, I agree.
I think that there are 2 movies that I am very, very adamant about, and that's Requiem for a Dream, that followed the book really, really well. Herbert Selby Jr., I would say, read all of his stuff. I've read like 6 of his books that are insane. Last Exit to Brooklyn, that's incredible. Oh, the Demon, The Room, a lot of good stuff. He doesn't use a lot of punctuation, but so Requiem for a Dream, very well done movie. And another one that I really liked, Running with Scissors, which was a book, which
I got this burger.
I think there's you didn't like the movie.
No, we could
Running
do it.
with
We could do a
Scissors.
review on that. I would like to.
The book is better.
If you want to pick up guys, if you're a gay man and you want to pick up guys, read that book on the subway. Because I can't tell you how many, when I was reading that book on the subway, how many gay men tried to flirt with me. Saying, because it's a perfect end. They're like, "You're reading that book? I love that book."
Running
I'm like,
with
oh,
Scissors?
I love it too, but yeah, Running with Scissors. If you're a gay man, it's a perfect way to pick up guys on the subway.
You know what I read on
after
the
COVID
subway, and
is
it was
over.
so bad? I read, have you guys ever read American Psycho? That was worse than reading 50 Shades of Grey on the subway. Like, you never feel American Psycho, the book. You read it?
Yeah. Even more graphic than the movie?
Oh my God! Like, the movie is PG compared to the book, would you say?
Yeah.
Wow.
Bret Easton Ellis.
Well, then we saw the musical together, Melissa, remember?
We did. I was telling Rob earlier, Rob missed Dennis is out. He has to pee. We have this. That's from Dennis.
Oh,
Dennis, what is
to
it that you want me to do with that?
That's a link to Trilissa.
Oh, I can't.
Just click on the next.
Oh, okay. All right.
No,
this one?
Yeah.
Oh, hi, doggy.
Oh yeah. This is, can you see this? Where's the Oh yeah, that's me dressed as Lisa. With the doggy. And then I have a picture with Tommy, if I can pull it up. You have to look on my screen. Oh, someone's writing to me.
You should.
It's me and Tommy Wiseau and doggy.
Oh.
I can't figure out how to do this. Yeah, it was fun. And then we played some sort of weird water bottle game where we had to throw an empty water bottle back and forth or something like that. I did terribly. I can't catch an empty water bottle.
I feel like we should play with an empty water bottle. I mean, there's nothing
You
else
want
to
it?
do. Yeah, kind of.
All right, let's do it.
Spice things up in the bedroom with an empty water bottle. What are we talking about?
Yeah. Hold on. You it goes with your sparkle rings. He has a great memoir. Oh, I think is this Herbert Selvey Jr. Herbert Hoover.
No, Augustine Burroughs. Has his
Augustine
try.
Burroughs. I don't know any names. This
That
is
he wrote
embarrassing.
Running with
Sequel to
Oh,
Running
Jesus
with-
Christ.
Melissa, you are going to be a pro at all the names. You're going to know everything about every
No,
movie
I
and
would
director
not
after
hear
this
push the
show.
buttons. Like, that's all I want to do. Like this one. Like, this makes me happy.
Oh,
Oh,
hi,
hi.
Bud.
Yeah, like that. That's all I need. Like, I don't
I
need
know.
to know names. Yeah, just that.
You don't need things.
Do you like Huey Lewis in the
Do you
news?
live?
Oh,
Do
Do
you-
you, well,
Oh,
I'm
do you
just
like? Oh, yeah, that was a typo. That's like in American Psycho.
Sorry.
You know American Psycho? They're like,
Yeah,
oh,
they
you like
introduced
Huey
there.
Lewis in
Oh
the
yeah,
news?
when he's
Yeah.
acting
I
the
cannot hear
guy.
that song.
The album 4.
I cannot hear that song without there's two songs that I can't hear. So I can't hear Hip to Be Square without thinking American Psycho, and I can't hear Something in the Air Tonight, Phil
Yeah.
Collins. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum,
And a studio.
bum, bum, bum. Well, we are at
Wow.
we still have people here,
Wow.
which is very interesting.
Interesting,
to me,
yeah.
because I don't know if I would watch us this long.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, we have a new viewer. Oh, this is wonderful. Sending hugs and love to Mommy Dearest. Now, this is somebody very near and dear to my heart from, states and states away. Thank you so much for tuning in. We know that since you did not comment 2 hours ago, you're just tuning in now, but that's okay. We'll take whatever love.
Yeah.
I believe that is called this.
Charles, you are winning this.
You know what?
You're winning this episode.
Oh my gosh, I knew it. I knew that when we brought Charles on, that it was, was the Charles show. So this has been, if I didn't have to pee, maybe this could go on a little longer.
Perhaps.
But I'm sure I have to pee. You have to pee. Dennis has been up 8 times. I'm sure, he's fine, but everybody else probably has to. Guys, we do want to say.
You're talking to cat fur.
Oh. Guys, thank you so much. We definitely want to say, obviously, if we didn't have comments, there is nothing we could react to. We do try to make this better and better each week.
I think we did this week.
I don't know.
I mean,
I think it was a great one.
we did try.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, by the way,
so
by the way, Requiem for a Dream was filmed 2 blocks away from where I live. Literally, same like landlord and everything, 2 blocks away from me where I live, and all those locations were like near around my apartment. That's where they are. So every time I walk down the boardwalk, I'm like, oh, look, this is where Jared Leto had that TV or whatever.
Oh, I love that movie so much. I've seen it. And anytime I meet somebody new and I show them that movie, I cry. And
also, I must say, Ellen Burstyn was robbed of an
God, I don't
Oscar
know these names.
for that movie because she lost to Julia
Who's that?
Roberts for Erin Brockovich, which was not nearly as good as a performance as Ellen's.
Was it the mom?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the mom was great. You need to simplify with me. Is it Julia Houston or is it, Julia Houston? Or is it
Angela?
Angelica Houston.
Angelica?
Angelica
Houston. I have just.
Angelica.
What did I say? Hold on. Take turns leaving. Is that a movie?
cue that we need
Or
to-
is that I think that's a cue.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what
So
you're
that,
saying.
anybody know Sarah Gribben?
I know Sarah Gribben.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
understand.
So she said out.
Is this like the end of Hocus Pocus where we're all just like, oh, is it happening?
Yep. And
Bye for real.
Bye. Where do they go? Why are we? It's the Michael and Dennis show. This is awkward. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Thank you for having us. It was
so great.
It was wonderful.
You're terrible.
So happy to be here.
You terrible host. Okay, Monica says I do need to go. Bye for real. She's taking
Mistress Monica, it was a pleasure having you.
Oh yeah, Mistress Monica, thank you for being our top fan.
Yes. If it weren't for you, this episode would have been a disaster.
Well, you know what? We put a lot of time editing your clips, which like the hours and hours for the minute was good. You know, every man out there is like, yeah, we love this minute. Oh, gross. Ha 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 ha. LOL. LMAO. We want to just say, everybody, let's bring back Teresa and Charles. Why not? My God, we are at 2
Wow. I mean, we could do this longer, but
we could do this longer, but I have
2P.
2P. Okay.
Really, hold on. I could just use.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. Well, anyway, last things that I want to say before we get out. I had some complicated address change things that I had to deal with. My license expired, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, it took me 8 years to get my voter registration. If I can do it, and God knows me, if I can do it, you can do it. Get your voter registration out. The deadline is October 9th, which is, we don't know the day.
Tomorrow.
We call
Friday. Tomorrow.
Register to vote, guys.
Get out the V.
Vote. Again, too, we want to sign off with this is hard times. We like to come on. Sometimes I wonder if people don't comment because we give people a lot of shit. Like maybe they're scared.
Yeah.
I'm like, screw you guys. Oh, here's Shayla. Tomorrow. What a bitch.
Yeah. What are you and Anne Hathaway
I'm
doing?
sorry.
Yeah.
How do you like your egg, Shayla? So anyway, this is how the night ends. So, but take care of each other. We do this. We like to have fun, but we understand that, you know, days can be hard. I like to close up with, you know, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. This Sarah says, stay. Okay. Shayla says, ha ha ha. Dennis and Michael, thank you so much. I will be. God, get out, Michael, Dennis. He's all texting, all shiz. All right. We just want to say, Teresa, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for
having me.
Oh, what happened?
Ooh.
Stuff on our end. Don't you worry, Teresa.
Yeah.
It's technical errors. Our Janet, what a bitch.
She's unpaid.
She's unpaid, but that's not any reason.
Well, now that it's just us girls.
Your job, right? Like, try harder. Charles, thank you so much. I can't believe you wore something so incredible. Poor Charles, just as a side note, I said, Charles, do this thing. He said, what is it? I said, I don't know. And I said, meet me at 6:15. And he said, okay. 6:15 rolled around and I said, Charles, just say 6:40. And then he said, what is it? And I said, I don't know, Charles. And Charles, you did well. Because
thank you so much for having me. This was so much fun. I knew it would be anytime you're around.
Ow! Oh wait, he was saying nice things.
Charles,
we need all the good publicity.
We need all the good publicity. Charles.
Honey, bring me back anytime.
Janet!
I love you guys so much. This has been so much fun, and I can't wait to do it again. Love you guys.
Thank you so much, Charles. Kiss, kiss. Well, down to 2. This is interesting. I've never seen it like this before. Yes, more Charles. Oh, Charles clicked out real quick, but we still have Dennis and Teresa who are like, no, let's not go yet. But Charles, oh fuck. Well, Charles peaced out. Charles Charles probably had to pee.
Probably. It was a long time, yeah.
Well, we'll say, we would give one last shout out to say goodbye to Charles, but he's probably, playing with the new rings he got from Elton John.
Was it from Eminem?
Yeah. From Eminem. I believe that there is wasn't there a link? Wow, this is very exciting.
Link, yes.
There is a link that we have to go back to.
Perhaps.
Views are dropping dramatically as there is no more Charles. Yes. I don't believe that this. Oh, here it is. So that's probably where you can.
So everybody go to this link.
Nobody knows what it is. Maybe on Facebook I can find it.
Yeah, we'll post it on our Facebook page.
It's okay. He's still here. He's not ready to go yet. Dennis, would you like to explain?
It's just.
Is it porn?
No, it's to your videos on Battle of the Ex-Besties, Melissa.
God damn. Out.
Oh, okay. So
Oh boy,
to
take
see
it
the
out.
battle of
And
ex-besties,
I think that's.
she cannot say anything bad about it,
if
but
you-
there's nothing bad to really say
Please
about it.
don't. No,
Oh,
it's, there's everything. Watch. Write us, I guess. And,
just write us your thoughts, feelings, concerns,
and your
questions,
dreams.
Yes.
And to end this, let's put on the wrong date typo photo.
Yes.
That we
Let's end with that.
Because why not?
Yes.
Just.
It was been
covers
great,
that.
guys.
Oh, that's great. That's
Okay.
wonderful. Nobody knows that was a giant squirrel.
Yes.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Kiss, kiss.